What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media. What a beautiful day has been today. It's very sunny out here in my location, geographically located in the US. So it is summertime. Lots of work out there that need to be done. But yes, we will not shy away from transfer dealings around Chelsea Football Club. And we are here. We have lots of topics to talk about. We'll talk about Juventus in the news. Christian Pulisic also in the news. Can he get his chance to move to AC Milan? And also we'll be looking at Juventus also have made a contact to Chelsea in regards to their player, Chelsea's player, which is Romelu Lukaku. At this moment, Inter Milan want Lukaku back at the football club, and also Chelsea, who is a bona fide property, who owns Romelu Lukaku. Does Chelsea want him back also for pre-season? Is Mauricio Pochettino eager to work with Lukaku, or are Chelsea willing to sell Lukaku outright? At this moment, the Inter Milan hasn't made any lucrative offer, they haven't put any offer on the table for Romelu Lukaku to be able to get him out of the football club. But then before they can get Lukaku, it means that they have to sell players like Andre Onana, other players, to be able to make up that money. I think my camera is frozen. Give me a second real quick. Sorry about that. The camera froze for a second. But just like I said, Lukaku is in the news. Inter Milan wants Lukaku. They want Lukaku to return to Inter Milan, but they haven't made any substantiated offer yet. They haven't put any money on the table if they really want to remit Lukaku. And also, Saudi Arabia also interested to get Lukaku out. Is Chelsea willing to sell him to Saudi? We know you've done a lot of business to the Saudi Arabian teams. And also, we will talk about William Saliba's transfer valuation, how it has doubled to now. Just like I said, guys, we have a lot to talk about. It's debatable. If you have anything to talk about, your opinion, drop it down in the comment section below. And let us know where you're watching the stream from. The community are always there. And also, we created a live comments right there. Drop a comment in there as usual, and you don't have to pay a dime. I will read the comments as they come in. And also let us know what you are watching the stream from. Like the stream, and also share the stream to any platform that you found yourself in, being Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, to for the channel to be able to go to different places. So yes, I'm being joined by Liverpool, also Liverpool legend. He is a great supporter of the football club. Ryan will join us here in a second, and we'll be right back. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Ryan.
Thanks very much, Nazan. Glad to be here with Blueclouds, with the family. And, you're spot on. The season is over, but we all know as football fans that the turnover from one season to the next is quick. So we don't stop, covering the transfer dealings, the pre-season tour. Chelsea are due to travel to America very soon and start a succession of some very interesting pre-season matches in the US of A. So glad to be here, and let's hit those likes and keep subscribing, guys.
Absolutely, keep subscribing. We're glad to be here to discuss transfer dealings with the football club and also other transfers that matters. We can talk about Arsenal with William Saliba's issue, but we're gonna start from Christian Pulisic. Let of us know this injury situation. Chelsea paid 64 million for Christian Pulisic way back from Dortmund to Chelsea Football Club. He has been good when he is good, but a lot of time he's spent so much time on the bench because of injury. Chelsea are willing to offload him, and the price tag set on Christian Pulisic in terms of what Chelsea are going to get when they sell him is very, very low. Valuation is very, very low, which is we can hardly even make 30 to 40 million on a talented player like Christian Pulisic, who is the American national team captain, the AKA Captain America. Mr. Ryan, what do you make of this career of Christian Pulisic?
Yeah, Nizam Pulisic, I'm sure for Chelsea fans, he is a source of frustration. He has had injuries, but we've seen glimpses where he's shown his ability, and he's a very talented attacking midfielder. He's versatile. I think now is the right time for both parties to part company. I think it's the best thing for Pulisic's career, but Chelsea need to make sure, like you said, that they maximize the fee that they get for him. I know there's strong links, him being linked to AC Milan, but there are various other clubs expressing an interest. So I hope he gets the best move for his career, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah, Ryan, wish him all the best. But look, like I've said it many times on the platform. But okay, before I continue, let me acknowledge the viewers over there already. We have a Chad. Big up to you, Chad. I hope you're doing very, very well. We have Phantom of Minute Topic as usual. Always dare to hit the like button. Thank you very much, Phantom of Minute Topic, for taking the time and then joining us here on this platform. We have a Guna, a big brother, also over there, a great Arsenal fan who's also joining us here at this moment in time. So Phantoms, as usual, I say, sir, do not give up on Colwill. I haven't given up on Colwill. Yeah, Colwill is news. I forgot to talk about him. He won the Euros with England, and also the English national team were able to concede just one goal with Levi Colwill masterclass defensive contribution. So we will talk about Levi Colwill as we discuss the Chelsea transfer news. I prefer to give up on Cucurella, who I never wanted. Look, Cucurella got one more season at Chelsea. If he doesn't live up to expectation, he will be sold to another football club. A Spaniard, has bright future, but he was playing very well under then manager Graham Potter, but not playing very well at this moment in time. So we'll see what next season has Cucurella has to offer. Caicedo is the must. Hope he is not a bust. Absolutely. I hope that he doesn't turn out to be like the others, Cucurella and others that they move from Brighton Football Club. Is Nick Jackson the solution to the striking problem? Nick Jackson, number 9. Let's see if he can break that spell of the number 9 problems that Chelsea have had for quite a long time. We're talking about almost 30 years of players that have worn the number 9 or done the number 9 jersey and still haven't lived up to expectation. We'll look up to that. So if Nicholas Jackson will be an exceptional player. And also Gunnar said Lukaku, Lakaka, as usual, they sell Lukaku. It's coming from Gunnar. And also Chad says Saudi offered 50 for Lukaku, and he turned down for broke Inter Milan. If Inter Milan wants Lukaku back, like I've said, they haven't put nothing down on the table if in terms of how much they want to pay for Lukaku. They have to sell Andrew Nana. So let's see, maybe the sale of Andrew Nana will cover up some money for Inter to be able to get the sale out done for Romelu Lukaku. And I know Lukaku love Inter Milan. Also, Juventus have had a direct conversation with Chelsea, and they are willing to pay some amount of money to be able to get the player away from Inter Milan or Chelsea. And Chelsea are willing to sell him. The question is Mauricio Pochettino willing to work with Romelu Lukaku? Big up to you, Mr. DJ Sab. DJ Sab said Lukaku need to be sold quickly. His latest disrespect towards Poch is disgraceful. Apparently, he does not want to come back, and once this deal to Inter Milan sorted while he stays in Italy. Okay, that is Mr. Blueclouds coming from Mo from the Blueclouds YouTube channel. Guys, if you haven't heard of Mr. Mo, great content creator, and also shares his content on YouTube. So if you don't follow him, try and look at the 3 dots right there. It can lead you to his channel, and also subscribe to the channel. A little bit will go a long way. So yes, we're here streaming live as usual. I'm being joined. If you're joining us on Facebook, and I've seen some thumb up coming from Bank Chelsea. Big up to you, my brother from Senegal. And also we have another viewer coming from Facebook, or Emmanuel. Also give us a like. And thank you very much, Emmanuel, for watching us on Facebook. Thank you very much. And also, let me know where you're watching us from. Either you're watching us on YouTube or watching us on Facebook. Really like it. Don't forget to share the video. Share the video for others to also get access to the disc and join the debate. Back again to Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, we were talking about Christian Pulisic and how his career has been so far. He has to be sold. Time is not on his side or Chelsea's side. Preseason starts very soon on the 17th. I think preseason starts. So somewhere around next week. Somewhere around earlier next week, preseason starts already. So we'll be looking at a couple games, and Christian Pulisic has to move away. Lukaku deal has to be sorted out, and new players, and also we'll be talking about the youngster that Chelsea just signed, and also, Mr. Ryan, are you down with the Christian Pulisic situation and what is going around AC Milan, what is stopping him, and where the deal has got so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't haven't been following it too closely, but I think it could be similarities to maybe what Hakim Ziyech has gone through recently, given the player's injury history. There might be some negotiation to do around transfer fee and scrutinizing, doing a thorough medical and seeing if there are any issues physically for him. But I absolutely firmly believe that both sides should part ways this summer. I think it's the best thing for Christian Pulisic's career. And
I'm going to share a little bit of a tweet coming from Rudy Gullit. Rudy Gullit, I've been following most of his tweets. It says everything confirmed since mid-June. Chelsea are interested in Vlahovic and open talks with Juventus. So Vlahovic is also another player that Chelsea have set their eyes in. Let me share the screen with you guys whilst we're here so we can all be on the same page. Get that. Then I haven't shifted the screen for a long time. So hopefully, yep, that'll do it. So this was what what was being tweeted, I think around 35 minutes ago. So the striking options is still there. Striking options. The Chelsea are looking for Vlahovic. I've talked about Vlahovic for several streams, and it looks like it's not going away. The interest of Chelsea is still there, and the club already set up the price of 80 million to let him go. Discussions will go ahead in the next days. So Vlahovic, Osimhen will be over 100 million or 100 million. If you weigh Osimhen and Vlahovic, in your opinion, which kind of a striker do you think will be suitable for Chelsea in the way these two play? To me, I'll prefer Vlahovic over Osimhen. What do you think, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I know we've discussed this before. I don't think Victor Osimhen is the right fit for Chelsea. I think he's a brilliant striker and he's had a good strong couple of seasons. But maybe Vlahovic is a little bit more proven. And just looking at the picture, the guy's a beast. He's a huge unit. Physical striker. Instantly there would be comparisons to Drogba, wouldn't there? Just in terms of his physicality. Um, with any big signing, you're rolling the dice, you're taking a chance. Vlahovic has never played in the Premier League, so we don't know how he'll do. But I think probably, yeah, Dusan Vlahovic would be a better fit for Chelsea.
Yeah, Steven said, I agree with you, Steven. I'm in the Ryan, sorry, not Steven. I agree with you, Ryan, 100%. I think Vlahovic will suit how we want to play and the way we want to do things better than Osimhen because very, very good in the air. Big up to you, Paul Nyakun. Big up to you. I hope you're doing very, very well. Then Makeem already in the house. Paul said, what becomes of Jackson and Broja? Broja, I don't know. Broja, I don't think he's going anywhere, but Broja have also worked under Mauricio Pochettino before, so he knows how to use it. But we're trying to create a very, very big squad in terms of how we play next season. So having Vlahovic, having Broja, and having Osimhen, although we don't have Champions League to play next season, we still got a lot to play. We have FA Cup, community. We don't have community shit. Sorry, we have a FA Cup to play. We have the Carabao Cup to play, and also Premier League games to play. Prepare ourselves for next season. Injuries can set in. Number 9. I don't know. This number 9 thing is a problem, Ryan. It's a very, very big problem. How do you solve it? What do you make? What if Chelsea are going for Vlahovic? What do you make of Jackson and Osimhen? Can you hear me, Ryan?
Nazan, come back to me in just a few minutes.
I said, if Chelsea are trying to fight for Vlahovic and bring him, what do we do? What do Chelsea do with Armando Broja? And also we have a Nicholas Jackson who is coming in. So that makes 3 players if we have to get Vlahovic over the line. It makes 3 strikers. I think Mr. Ryan is having technical issues. So let me go through the comments that we have here. DJ said Chelsea have been interested in Vlahovic since January. So anyway, that thinks this is only now you are wrong. I hope we can get this deal done. He has been compared to Haaland when played for that's what DJ Sav is saying over here. DJ Sava completely wasted at Juventus. Yes, people can also say that it's not that good in terms of how Juventus have used it. So a lot of Ryan, can you hear me? Makim said I prefer Vlahovic or Jonathan David than Osimhen. Jonathan David, I wouldn't even prefer him. To me, to prefer, I wouldn't prefer Jonathan David. His style of play doesn't really excite me, but then I've seen Vlahovic play many times, and I think Vlahovic would be the suitable guy for as Jonathan David, the Canadian. I've watched him play many times in the French league and also for the national team. Ryan, can you hear me? Chad said 4. I'm not so sure what he means. Chad. He said, I remember we have a Broja, Fofana, and Jackson, 2 minute strikers. And we have to find a way to fit Fofana also in. So I don't think the Vlahovic deal can go through. Chelsea are really interested into that deal. I know we've been, just like Diggy Saab said, we've been interested in him since January. I don't think Chelsea will go ahead and get this guy. It will be 2 minute strikers. We have young player, Dietrich Fofana. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I just send him alone. I just still going to keep him and play with a developing team. I think it's way much older to be in the. I'm not talking about the age. I think with his experience and how he has played, I think he deserves to play in a higher league than being with just a developed team. Fofana, okay, Fofana. Chat said that with Vlahovic would be 5. It will be 5 now. Too many. I agree with you. If Chelsea don't win a trophy next year with one game a week, Poch should be disappointed. I agree with you. I mean, we can't do any worse than we did last season. Next season, we can't do any worse than we did last season. A top 4 is a must for Mauricio Pochettino. Anything above the top 4 is, I'll say, it's a failure for Mauricio Pochettino, in my opinion. So nothing less than the top 4. We're not asking him to go and win FA Cup, to go and win that league, to go and win that. All I'm saying is he has to be in the top 4. If he doesn't be in the top 4, he doesn't get to the top 4 position, it's a failure, in my opinion, for Mauricio Pochettino. So, guys, whilst we're here, do not forget to like the video. At least it will help me and the job that I do over here on the platform. So, help it. Like the video and also share the content to any other Facebook platform that you find us up. That brings more people to tune in who haven't seen Blueclouds Media show before. So yeah, thank you very much for doing that for me. Scala United said, if Chelsea, okay, I've read that one. According to my source, Colwill prefer to play for Brighton next season. The only difference right now is if Colwill has had a discussion, he wants to talk to Mauricio Pochettino, which I'm not so sure if they have. If he talks to Mauricio Pochettino and Mauricio Pochettino assure him a starting position in his squad for next season, then why not? Why not? Why wouldn't he stay and play for Chelsea? If he wants to be at Brighton and play for Brighton, that's all up to him. But at this moment, he's got 2 more years with Chelsea. We have to find a suitable position for Levi Colwill. He's a very, very good defender. They considered on the English team, considered just 1 goal, and they were playing the likes of Spain in the final. That wasn't an easy game, easy task for Levi Colwill and I think Gibbs Wright. That guy is also another outstanding player. And I want Chelsea to be able to have it and sit this guy down, talk to him and say, look, we have a position for you. We want you to be in our starting lineup. Then you reassure this player. He has to, Chelsea, there's always competition. So him coming to Chelsea, if it's really, really a good player, he wants to be just like the other players have been, the top players, world-class players, you always have to prove yourself. And going in there are other players there that Chelsea have spent a lot of money on. The likes of Badiashile. Chelsea spent over 30 million on Badiashile from the French league and bring him to the Premier League and playing for Chelsea. So if you want to show the world that you're that good of a player, you have to go and compete with Badiashile and take and secure that position and make it for yourself. It's not going to be just like an open slot for you. Okay, you are the best left-footed center-back position. It's right there. You're going to take it. You have to play very well day in, day out. You have to put your utmost best. You have to play over 100% and be able to prove to Mauricio Pochettino that you deserve that starting 11 every time Chelsea play. Or anytime the roster come out, the sheet come out, starting 11, you have to be there because you have proven to all Chelsea fans and the coach that you deserve to start. It's not just like a rocket science that it's being made for you. No, you have to prove to the world that you deserve to be in there. Mr. Ryan, you got everything sorted out?
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now perfectly, 100%. I can hear you now. So,
Awesome.
Phantom of Minute topic said, if Colwill wants Brighton, then we cut down Caicedo price. I don't want that. I don't want that. We need a player in the midfield, and I know we can cut the price. That makes, but we need Levi Colwill to come to Chelsea Football Club. We don't want to exchange and bring the price down. I know how good this guy is, and I know how good he can be in future of Chelsea Football Club going forward. If by the end of this season, if these teams takes together and play together for one season, I'm telling you, they can challenge strongly for next season trophy, Premier League trophy, Champions League again, because this is right now we're having a proven coach. You can argue that maybe he hasn't won anything really. Champions League, he took PSG to the Champions League final. Unfortunately, they couldn't win it. But Mauricio Pochettino, with time, and we know the politics that goes on at PSG. PSG is owned by one person, which is Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and then Lionel Messi. Messi's not there anymore. There's still time for there's always a problem over there at PSG. But Chelsea here, we don't have that kind of a problem. That player power, so much strong player power. Everything has been washed away. Things Chelsea in a different era. So with new manager here, we all know how long has Chelsea given that length of time for a manager like Graham Potter. We gave Graham Potter that length of a time, but still did not prove himself. So that should tell you that the new regime are willing to give a manager a long period of time for them to be able to have a specific squad for a long period of time and win trophies. So that is where we are heading towards at this moment. Mr. Ryan, Gunnar said his link said Levi Colwill is really interested in playing at Brighton. Do you think that playing at Brighton and playing at Chelsea, which one is the most, would I say, a club that you think that Levi Colwill should find himself and be able to win trophies next season? Although Chelsea did not play, has a wet season, last season was so bad for them. Do you think that Chelsea shouldn't have that kind of strength, or would I say it shouldn't motivate Levi Colwill to be there instead of going to other football club like Brighton?
Yeah, Nazan, it's a good question. I mean, the easy answer is he should be playing at Chelsea. But I think we need to kind of deep dive more into why he feels that way, why he feels that he wants to stay at Brighton and not come back to Chelsea. And obviously, you know, look at the seasons the two clubs had. He probably sees Chelsea as, you know, going through a transition phase, and he's not sure how many minutes he's going to get. And, you know, the turnover of coaching staff, it's a new manager now. He probably views it as, you know, Chelsea is unstable right now. But, you know, the guy is just too good to let go. You know, we were discussing before the stream, he has two years left on his contract, and there's an option for Chelsea to extend an extra year contingent on him, you know, having enough appearances. So Levi Colwill is just, you know, given his age and his quality, and there's just no way Chelsea can sell him this summer. It's not possible. The guy has to stay. He needs to play, I'd say, majority of the preseason games, so Pochettino can properly evaluate him. And then, you know, he needs to be starting, I think, in the Premier League games next season.
And would you prefer that Chelsea use Gallagher to cut down Moses Caicedo's deal?
That's a tricky one. You know, Gallagher's obviously English, young, hardworking midfield player. He's still very raw. He's learning the game. I'd like to see him stay at Chelsea and develop. But, you know, Caicedo is just, I think, exactly what Chelsea need in the midfield to complement Enzo Fernandez. So if it would help to, you know, finalize that deal for Caicedo, then probably yes.
All right, so that's Mr. Ryan is a Liverpool fan. If you guys don't know him, Ryan is a great Liverpool fan. He's been with this platform for quite a long time, and that's his opinion. If we can get Gallagher out, and then because right now we have to bring in a midfield. We can't sell Gallagher at this moment if we don't have Caicedo. But if we can use Gallagher, send him to Brighton, and then cut that price down, it will be very, very Gallagher. At least you can get almost about 30 to 40 million from Gallagher. 30,
Yeah.
30 or
And
40 million from Gallagher.
let me just kind of close the loop on Levi Colwill.
Okay.
He is so good that Chelsea need to build the whole project around him. I'm not even joking when I say that. He is, he really gives me William Saliba vibes. And, you mentioned William Saliba, the fact that, he started for Arsenal last season and his transfer value was somewhere around 30 million. And then he had such a good season and his transfer value is now doubled. He's worth 60 million. So I see Levi Colwill following the same path. He just needs games in a Chelsea shirt. So yeah, listen, he's the real deal, and I'm excited to see him start in the defense, whether that's with Badiashile or Thiago Silva, whether you guys play a back three or a back four. He needs to play, no doubt about it. He needs to play for Chelsea.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. Thank you very much for your contribution. Gunnar said that just playing with you guys, I think Colwill stays insane potential, which is true. I agree with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Gunnar, for your wonderful comments. And guys, do not forget to like the video. We have about 11 people and 3 on Facebook watching live and 11 on YouTube watching live. And I thank you guys all for your likes that you put on. Don't forget to share the video for us on any platform, to either Twitter, whatever. Just click it there, click the link, put it there for us. Definitely, you have some followers, you have some people that follows you, and they would like to see what you're tweeting. So we will look into that. Makim said, Vlahovic and Nkunku will be crazy. And just as we're talking now use Gallagher to cut down, say the price down for Levi Colwill, coming from my brother Chad. Thank you very much, Chad. We did talk about that in here, my friends, my brother or my co-host opinion on that. Says Gunnar said top 4 unlikely, bro. Gotta push for top 6 and give him time. None of this top 4 talks too early with the bonds you have in your squad this moment. The bonds, look, let's see by next week and see where we are, because I remember last season before preseason start, Arsenal has the best preseason I've ever seen. They were smashing everyone left, right, center, smashed Chelsea 4 at Florida, and I was there live, and I know that once you have your preseason set up right, and right now at this moment there's a lot of physical work going on at Cobham with Mauricio Pochettino and then the players he had at his possession. I also saw a video on Twitter of Mahalo Modric also playing beach soccer, which he's still keeping fit, and also eating McDonald's, which is that one I don't agree with him. McDonald's, bro, stay away from McDonald's. If you know how bad it is, keep McDonald's fries under your car or put it under your bed for 1 year. It's never going to mold. So you don't eat McDonald's, man. Stay away from it.
Even the fish fillet and the veggie burger, not healthy. Stay away from it.
Yeah, stay away. Let me tell you guys, let me go a little bit off topic. If you really know how McDonald's potatoes, the potatoes that fast food restaurants have been using, the likes of McDonald's, maybe KFC, and some other top fast food restaurants have been using, those potatoes are specially made. They spray chemicals on them, which the farmers don't even get there until a period of time before they get to those potatoes. And if you want to have your own experiment, go to McDonald's, get those fries, put it down there somewhere, and keep it there for a year. There's not going to be mold around those potatoes. And ask yourself, why? And that should tell you how poisonous those food are. I mean, it's very fast, takes your money, you eat all the craving, and that's how they make money. They don't care about you. So yeah, that's just by the way. You had my brother Ryan also said, stay away. Yeah, stay away from those. Eat homemade food. You live long. Eat those food. They're good for you. I want you to love you forever. Say hello, Nice, Zion, and Ryan. Glad to have you both here. Also, welcome to everyone in the chat. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the platform. Thank you very, very much. I 1, 2, 3 love you for all you do for this wonderful platform. You always find time to share, even Monday to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The only time we don't see you is when I don't stream. Thank you very much for your participation and all you do to support the channel. DJ Saab said everything confirmed since mid-June. Chelsea are interested in Vlahovic and open talks with Juventus. Ruud Gullit, he is known Italian. He is known Italian journalist. So something is happening with this deal. Yes, that's what we were watching earlier on the stream. And like I said, look, we're gonna have Vlahovic coming in. We have Amanda Broja over there. We have Jackson number 9. And we have who else? We have also Nkunku, who's very, very, very versatile. I was even told that Nkunku is also a very, very good dead ball specialist. In the past stream that I've made, I've always been talking about we don't have a dead ball specialist in our team. So who is that? And Steven even said that Nkunku is very, very good, which I went to watch some clips of him, and he's doing good. So dead ball specialist, we can give that to Nkunku. DJ Sab said for me, Colwill need to stay, and I think he will. Poch very much wants to build his team around this guy. So I'm expecting talks to be positive with Poch when they meet next week, which is the Euros is over. So the Nations League is over, so he'll be having a talk with Mauricio Pochettino and see if Pochettino can grant him that starting lineup, starting 11 position. For midfielder, Casado, I think will be one of the signings. There are strong links to Dybala as the second midfielder among what are your thoughts? Ryan, did you get this comment? What are your thoughts on this? For midfield, Casado, I think will be one of our signings, which like I say, is imminent. Casado deal is already done, but then the structure of how the deal and the payment terms, Chelsea are willing to pay in installment. They don't want to pay in one sum, like get all the money and give it to Brighton. They want to break it down in a couple of years and pay it off. There are strong links to Dybala, also second midfielder coming. What are your thoughts? And we did this, you know where I stand in terms of Dybala. Dybala, people said 12 million. 12 million is the asking price at this moment. He's a very, very good player. I don't know where Ryan stand with it, but I'll give him my opinion. Dybala is a very, very good player. He's got so much problem with injury. And I did talk about how smallish it is. And someone even proved me wrong. There are so many smallish players in the Premier League that are there and they have been outstanding. But my only problem is the injury situation that surrounds Dybala. Are we going to have another injury pro? If you have problem with Christian Pulisic, he's good left, right, center with both legs, good in the air, everything. He even had the perfect hat-trick. Dybala is very good, but if we want a player that is going to sit on the bench for that long, I even talk about bringing in Neymar. And people said Neymar has a very, very bad injury record. So why are Chelsea fans looking at Dybala? To me, it's not good for the Premier League. It's not good for me, although I'm not the one paying for Dybala services. If you want to keep our money, save money, make money, not Dybala. Injury record is very bad. Why would Juventus let him go to AS Roma? There is a reason. He sits so much on the bench and get paid, but doesn't play much of the game. So we have to look at that also, in my opinion. DJ Saab,
Nizam, that's a very good point. I mean, if you look back to the World Cup final, Dybala was on the bench for Argentina. And Argentina played a 4-3-3 with Rodrigo de Paul, Enzo Fernandez, and Alexis McAllister. So that kind of shows you you're probably not going to get that energy and work ethic you need from him in the middle of the park. That's not to say that he's not a quality player. Dybala is a brilliant player. We saw in the Europa League final when he scored for Roma the goal. But I'm 100% with you. I don't think he's the right fit for Chelsea. He is versatile. He can play false 9, second striker. He can play number 8. He can play even on the wing. But with his dead ball specialist, but with his injury record, I don't think it's in a risk reward perspective. I don't think it's worthwhile spending 30-40 million that you need to spend to prize him away from Roma. And I think he still has 2 years left on his contract, doesn't he, with AS Roma? So no, I don't think it's a wise transfer.
That's right. I agree with you. I agree with you, Mr. Ryan. Now, Phantom of Many Topic. Paul Nyaku said we are short in the midfield defense defense is fine. Winger is okay, and striking. Is it okay? All right, striking problem. Okay, with the striking options, we're good there. The midfield is where we're lacking, and I'm sure by the end of the transfer window, but when the transfer window comes to an end, there will be some other midfielders coming in. I don't know. Maybe Chelsea want to add Dybala to what we have there, and maybe work on his injury issues. It's all up to Chelsea. We've done so many mistakes last season. January transfer window, we did a lot of mistakes. In the summer, we did a lot of mistakes also. So it's time for us not to make any more mistakes. The medical team have to do their work very well, and also the scouting team also have to do their work very well, so we don't end up wasting so much money on players. Top 6 get you conference league, European football. I mean, I don't mind if you're playing Europa League. It's a very, very good trophy that I always like to see. When you go to our trophy cabinet, we have it there. We have 2 of them over there. DJ Sab said Dybala too injury prone. But if our manager wants him, who are we to complain? We can just have our opinion. 12 million though is a good price for a 29-year-old coming from. It is true, just like I just said, it's not my money. And if Poch think he can get the best out of Dybala, that's all up to him. And that also put some kind of a red flag on his recommendation. If you recommend Chelsea to go in for an injury pro player that everyone knows, so what about next time if you're really interested with another player? What do you think that has the same situation? Chelsea can deny it, Mauricio Pochettino, and say no. So thank you very much, DJ Sal, for your wonderful comment. Phantom of Many Topic said Vega, is it Vega beggars cause cancer in
vegetarian. Veggie.
Oh, veggie. Okay,
vegetarian.
Veggie. I'm not a veggie. So I can't even say it. Vegetarian beggars cause cancer in elaborate. A lot of things cause cancer. You'll be surprised what causes cancer. If you wanna bring out things that really causes cancer, there's a whole lot. We can start from now, even gonna end up tomorrow morning. So let's not even go there with cancer situation. If we get the ball with Casado with the youngest, we have like Casado, Santos. I think we should give Moses is it MU's Dybala as benchmark for them with Casado coming from Mr. Chada. Thank you very much for your comment. What do you make of that, Mr. Ryan? If you heard what I was just reading out a comment here. If we get Dybala with the youngsters, we have like Cassidy, I think Santos and all these players. Santos is also over there, but I don't think he's going on loan either. Very, very good player on the day. So I don't think we need that many midfielders because he's a midfielder too.
Yeah, exactly. I think once Chelsea sign Caicedo, then probably, you have enough. Dybala, I don't think is going to happen. But ultimately, Nazan, what this comes down to is the preseason. Pochettino needs to analyze the players and make a decision. Who's going to be starting? Who's going to be in the squad? Who needs to go out on loan? That's what we're waiting for, and that's why I think the next month, the USA preseason tour, it's going to be very, very interesting. I for sure am going to be watching most of the games. They're in California, they're in Atlanta, they're playing Wrexham as well in the first preseason game,
Philadelphia, and all that places.
So, I for one am excited to see the different, lineups, the formations. We get an insight into what Pochettino is thinking, how Chelsea are going to set up next season. Very, very, very interesting.
All right, thank you, guys. We still got a lot to cover here. We're gonna get to Lukaku's situation, but let me brush on you guys' comments real quick. Imagine the double pivot of Enzo and Casado for us next season going to be sick. Enzo Fernandez and Casado. Oh my goodness, what are you gonna go through? This is legs. They have the energy. They have the legs to cover the ground. They will nick every ball away. That reminds. I was watching highlights yesterday I was watching more highlights of Moses Caicedo, and the way he nicks the ball away from player reminds me of Igola Conte. But Igola Conte is more special. The way he does it is more different than any other player. But it gives you a little bit of a resemblance and memories of what you've seen from the way Igola Conte plays. This is good and all, but when are we going to start buying deep line midfielders coming from McKean? We'll look into the deep line midfielders. Let me dot that one over here. So we'll see who are the deep line midfielders that we're looking at this moment. I think Jackson is a number 9, but he plays also versatile. Jackson is a number 9, but he's more versatile also, who can play into that role. DJ and the Bella is another Fofana, Pulisic, Kante. Too many injuries that's coming from some of many topic. Big up to you, Nee. Big up, chat, and congrats to the under 20 Euro champions. Absolutely, thank you very much, Tony, for being here on the platform. Congratulations, just like I said earlier on, to the under 21 European champions. Did very well and conceded just one goal. What a defense they paraded up there into that competition. Hard pass on Dybala coming from Phantom of Many Topics. DJ, I agree with you, mate. I don't want because of the reason. Okay. We purchased Ziyech injured. We purchased Wesley Fofana with a huge injury record. I've said to me, look, Fofana, I've said this. I don't have faith in Wesley Fofana from Brighton. I don't have, even though without injury, his defending awareness is very, very poor. And I've seen that happen like 6 times in big games. Champions League game. If he hadn't been Thiago Silva, we would have conceded many goals in games that I've seen him play with Thiago Silva. So Wesley Fofana, in my opinion, I don't rate that player as the way people rate him. He's very fast. Take that pace away from him. He's not that good in terms of defending awareness. So I would say that. I know someone can argue with me. That's why we have the platform. We agree and disagree. We can debate on that. If you want to see more Fofana next season this year, we have all the midfield working. We have our defense working. Let's see how Fofana really plays. And let's see his injury record also. Let's see if he goes through the same injury that he had through. How many games did he play? How many games did he play? And also, we got to talk about Reece James also. Reece James, I want to see him fully fit next season. I want to see him fully fit next season. He's taking lots of money and always injured. I want to see Reece James played almost all season without any injury. That's what I want to see. That's what Mason Mount was talking about. Reece James, new contract, lots of money, but most of the time, he's not there. Mason Mount is there all the time. Sometimes he has an okay game. Sometimes he has an outstanding game. Mason Mount, sometimes he flops, but he's always there. At least he's been nuisance to some players in the game. So you can get something out of Mason Mount. But that's Mason Mount for another day until we see him at the bridge. Let's see. Andrew, big up to you, Andrew Phillips, for joining us here on the platform. It's always nice and a pleasure to see new people joining the platform. We need at least 3 creators. Only in Nkunku we have 8 worry. In Nkunku, Jackson also is a good creator and handles. He the way he carries the ball, just like Matthew Kovacic. If you see the way he plays, he reminds you of Kovacic a lot. The way he drives the ball from deep line, up front, and linked players, and also he can score. He's a very, very good player. So creativity, we don't have that much of a problem here. Just like you say, Kunku is right there. Kai Havertz, I was thinking maybe they'll keep him in the midfield, but it looks like Poch have other options. He let him go to Arsenal. So if you guys look at the community on my channel, YouTube channel, I put something out there. I put a poll out there. If you look at the players that we have out there, we have Arsenal players in midfield, Chelsea midfield. Let's look at those players and let me know what you guys make of those 3 players in each team. Which of these players will go out next season and be more, be able to play well? Which of the pair midfielders will be much better? I'll share that if I have a little bit of time. So Makim also Cassidai has to be involved if we don't buy any midfielder outside of Caicedo. All right. Kim said Laporte will be a good competition for RCB position. Right centre back position, Laporte, Emerick Laporte, the Spanish international. I can foresee a fit Reece James next season. Let's see. DJ Sab, I'll send you the link if you have a little bit of time. You can join us here and let's talk about Lukaku. We're moving on, guys. I've read almost all the comments over here, and let's see if we, like I said, Reece James is a player that I'm always thinking about. We need to have a full Reece James, and I know if Reece James is not ready, we have Malo Gusto playing that position. Probably we're gonna have two players on each position. Two players. Malagusta is right there. Aspilicueta has joined Atletico Madrid, and we also saw this video when he left. That emotional feelings that he put out there. So yeah, we have read all the comments right now. What do we have here? Phantom Minute topic again. Todd Bowley replaced the Ibrahimovic medical staff and replaced it with his own. As a result, our injuries got worse. Okay. That is coming from Phantom of Minute topic comment here. Phantom, thank you for your comment. Ryan, if you can hear me, we move on to Romelu Lukaku. I'll send the link in the chat, guys. If you're watching and you feel you want to join us out over here to have a debate, have a healthy conversation, join us here, and you're free to do that. And also, DJ Sab, I'll send you the link as usual. So you can join us when you have time. Right, let's talk to Romelu Lukaku. Mr. Ryan, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, Lukaku. Right now, Inter Milan, Juventus have had a direct talk with Chelsea Football Club in regards to their player, Lukaku. They want Lukaku at Juve. Inter Milan wants Lukaku to return back to the San Siro, or they want return to Inter Milan. But they don't have the money to buy him at this moment. So what's next before they can buy Lukaku? They haven't put any money down. They have to sell Andrew Onana. Do you think Inter are waiting to sell Onana before they can cover up the money and put the money down for the sale of Romelu Lukaku? At this moment, also, the Saudi Arabia, is it Al Ittifaq or Al Ittihad? One of these are interested also. They want Romelu Lukaku. What's going on with Lukaku, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, I think you summed it up right. We all know Inter made an initial bid of somewhere in the region of 20 million, which was rejected by Chelsea, and Chelsea valued the player at around 40 million. It's clear Inter don't have the money. It probably is true that they're trying to raise more capital by selling Onana or maybe other players. But from the reports we're seeing today, Juve are interested, but they're not happy with Inter Milan. They're not happy with Chelsea for having made their interest public, because Juventus think that Chelsea are just trying to, raise Lukaku's price and create a bidding war. So, I could definitely see him joining Juventus, but now, Juve are not happy with Chelsea's actions in the last few days. Remains to be seen whether they'll end up making a bid. You can't rule out Al Hilal as well, the Saudi club. They've expressed an interest in signing Lukaku as well. So, from your perspective, it's good. There's multiple clubs interested. And hopefully at least one of those three clubs, you'll be able to strike a deal. We definitely don't want Chelsea. We don't want Lukaku coming back to Chelsea this summer. He's going to be a toxic influence. He's made it clear he doesn't want to rejoin Chelsea. It's a young camp you have. I don't think he would have a good influence on the young players. So there needs to be some resolution made quickly here.
I agree with you. DJ is here with us as usual. I call him
Yeah,
Mr. Chelsea. Mr. Chelsea is here with us. DJ, how is your
thank you
day
for that.
going, sir? How is your day going?
No, listen, big up, Ginny, big up to you, Ryan, big up to everybody in the comments. Yeah, it's always great being here. My day's been great so far. Going on holiday this week, so I can't complain. I'm off now right until the 27th of July. I'm on holiday, going away, so I can't wait for that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it now, mate. I really am. Just want to go on holiday and get back, and hopefully by that time I'll be obviously keeping my eye out on the transfer window, keeping my eye out on the business that we're doing still while I'm abroad. But
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we'll be getting some business done by next week, I hope.
All right. Nice to have holidays, guys. Nice to always have holidays, get some time away from everything. Take the family on the trip. You going with the
Yeah.
family, DJ?
Yeah, going with my wife and going with my daughter. We're going away. We're going to my wife's country, Romania, for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna enjoy it there. We're going to she's from the seaside part of the world of Romania, so we're gonna be mainly at the beach all of the week. So I'm looking really, really forward to it. I really am. It's been too long.
What? Oh goodness. Yeah. If you don't have the beach around you, then you're lacking a lot.
Mate,
DJ,
has to be, has to
man,
be,
beach, being a beach, man. I remember
has to
when
be.
before I moved to over here in Michigan, we don't have the beach. It's all about lake. But I want to have the taste of the
Yeah,
salt, the salt of the
100%.
ocean. You know, when I was in Africa, my house was just about 5 minutes away from the ocean, and I'm always there every day. You know,
Yeah.
swimming, and you can see the sea breeze and those storms that comes in. I love it. That's what I
No,
miss. That's the only thing I miss when I here in
the beach
America. That's the
life.
only thing that I miss. Yeah.
No, I'm loving it because I'm lucky because well, obviously my wife's from the seaside and my part of the world of Portugal,
Yeah.
where we're from in Portugal, where the beach is not far away from us as well. So I come from both sides, if you like, with the beach. So I'm used to it, so I love it. Obviously, here in the UK, we don't have much of the beach life, but
Yeah.
obviously in Romania, my heritage country, Portugal, we have it. So we're lucky. I'm lucky in that kind of that way. Let's put it that way.
Great. Yeah, beach soccer. If you guys know much about beach soccer, beach volley, get there, see those beautiful bikinis and ladies walking around. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
All right,
100%.
that's just by the way, DJ.
Yeah, bruv.
Romelu
Yes,
Lukaku. Another
yes, the man
obstacle.
himself.
Look, there was a tweet that I saw earlier on in terms of three pictures. You know, with the
Yeah.
pictures, we have Christian Pulisic in there. We have other players. Guess what? Lukaku is still on Chelsea's book. What's going on with Lukaku? Give us an update, DJ.
No, listen. I as I said to Sean, I mentioned it in the comments earlier on. I don't like his latest tweet that he's done, which has annoyed me a little bit because we all know when Poch had his press conference on Friday, he said that obviously when the players return back, he's going to want them to come to his office and talk to them. Now, from what I saw today, I'm reading and what I'm understanding is seeing a tweet or a read of what Lukaku said recently. It's like he doesn't want to even come back to Chelsea to even have them talks with Pochettino. The guy literally wants this deal to Inter Milan to be done while he's still in Italy. And that's annoyed me a little bit because that's just showing completely lack of respect to the club. It's showing lack of respect to Poch. And this guy, and clearly lack of respect to the fans. I know a lot of us fans want this guy gone, right? And, but he still needs to follow protocol. And that is he has to come back to the club. He has to sit with Pochettino and have to discuss what the situation is. But he's now saying recently that he doesn't even want to do this. He really wants to just still stay in Italy if he possibly can. I think he's due back. I do believe it's the 11th to the 12th which is next week, to come back and speak. But he still wants to stay away from the club until their deal's sorted out to Inter Milan. Now we've seen over the weekend, as you saw, that Juventus have shown a huge interest in him, and there are clubs from Saudi Arabia that want him as well. And it looks like he's still set on. It's like his heart is set on Inter Milan. Now I don't know what this guy owes this club. But I look at it this way: if Inter Milan so badly wanted this guy, they'd have got this deal wrapped up in the beginning of the transfer window when it opened up. They would have said, "You know what? We want this guy. Bring him in." They've gone and signed Thuram. Okay, so that should say a lot about Lukaku's situation at Inter Milan. Plus, they've also got Lautaro Martinez still there. So where this guy is going to fit in that club again, I don't know. I really don't know. So for me, Juventus have come in and shown an interest in him. We know a player at Juventus that we all want in Vlahovic. Okay, both players are unhappy at their clubs. it would just be easier to just get a deal done where Vlahovic will be allowed to come to Chelsea and this guy can just go off to Juventus. But apparently he does not want to do that, because if he does, he's going to be hated by the Inter Milan fans. So it's one of those situations, mate, that we're in. But I just want to see this guy go now. I've had enough of him, and I thought, give him the benefit of the doubt, come back, have a talk with Poch, then we get the chance to see what happens with you. We all know he's going to be sold, but he doesn't even want to do face-to-face talks with Pochettino. So that in myself has just annoyed me, and I just want this guy gone. I just want him gone as soon as possible, to be honest with you, and I hope it happens.
I agree with you. I share the same sentiments with you, DJ, because every player, when the season comes to an end, before the new season starts, you have to move to your parent club, train with the playing club, talk to the manager and see if the manager wants to use you and how he's going to use you. If you don't want to be at the football club, just show respect, go back and talk to the team. Yeah. So, because Chelsea owns you. Inter Milan doesn't own you. You're just on the loan. The fact that you like to be in Italy doesn't make you an Italian, or it doesn't make you a property of Inter Milan. Chelsea have 100% say on you. They can deny, they can tell you where you have to go. Either you have to be in Italy or where they think they have to sell you. And I know you can also deny where you want to move as a player. But then 100% Chelsea owns you, but not even coming to England and talk to the team about your next move. But you're sitting down in Italy thinking there will be phone calls and club to club and settle things out before you make a move. It, to me, just like you said, is very, very disrespectful in my opinion. DJ, 100% spot on.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, and I really hope. Look, listen, I keep saying this here. I have no hate towards this guy. I don't hate any of my players, right? Because hate is a very strong word to use in any form of content, in any forms. All right, it's not a nice thing to say, right? And I don't hate him, but I also know the guy's been he's been completely shown a complete lack of disrespect to the football club, which is a club we all support and love, to the badge. And when you're coming back and you're saying comments like that, oh, I want this deal sorted out while I'm in Italy. Well, Poch only came out last week on Friday and told you got to come back to the club, and he wants to have face-to-face talks with you in your office. So that's what you've got to do. You're still a Chelsea player, mate. So come and do what you need to do. By all means, the club are trying to work hard to get you out of the book, get you off the books, and get you sold. But if you're going to play hard ball like this, okay. It's going to make the fans start hating this guy, and that shouldn't be the case, because, as I said, as much as he might be bad, you don't ever hate on a player. I just want to see the back of him, and that's it. Do you get me? So I really hope they can come to some kind of a resolution, sort it out for player and for the club, for Poch, so we can move on to our targets that we want. And the quicker and I think he's holding us up, I think, from getting another striker in. And I think Vlahovic is going to be one of them. I think this deal will go right to the end of this window if we were to get Vlahovic, or whatever striker we might end up getting. Or if we don't go for a striker, it doesn't matter either way, whatever player. But he's kind of like stopping us at the moment from getting any kind of deals done.
Yeah, it's true. But we were talking, DJ, earlier on before you joined the stream. We were talking about the number of strikers that Chelsea we're gonna have if you have to bring Vlahovic in. What's Chelsea gonna do with Detro Fofana, another young player that need time to be able to get this, has a lot of potential, and also we have an Amanda Bruja who also need time to play. And then we've already brought in number 9 Jackson, also at the football club. Then we're thinking about bringing in. We have a Nkunku who can also play. As a false 9, who can also play at number 9 role. Then we're thinking about bringing in Vlahovic. How many does it make? 4 or 5?
I mean, my understanding is, from what I know and what I've been told, from what I know, is that Datro Fofana is going to be loaned out, and I do believe Broja could possibly go loan. And the reason why we're talking about loaning out Broja, as everyone knows in here, he had a really, really bad injury last season. And I think he's only just got his full recovery back now. Now, from my understanding, is obviously Poch is going to look at him in pre-season, and decision will be made on him. They're definitely not going to sell him. I know Brighton is also maybe there's a lot of talk of maybe Brighton could possibly turn to him as part of the Caicedo deal, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's going to happen on 3 payment installments for this deal to be done for Caicedo, but no players involved in that. So I think for me, he'll get a loan move along with Detro. And let's be honest, Jackson can play as a proper 9 if we need him to, but the guy can also play off the wings as well. And to be honest with you, we only have Noni on the right side. Jackson can play on that side if he needs to help him out on that side. So you need 2, as far as I know, you need 2 players at each position. Yes, people say you've got Raheem Sterling there as well. Now Raheem Sterling is going to probably be with Mudryk on the left side, and then obviously Mudryk on the left side, and then you've got obviously, like you said, you've got Nkuku's coming in as well. So it's but I think for me though, you look at that and you ask yourself, are any of those actually proper number 9s? Is Jackson actually a proper number 9? Yes, he can play that, but is he ready to fill those shoes now? Yeah,
no, I don't think it's really proper number 9 suited that position.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. But he can maybe go there eventually. But can he do that now? If we're looking to bring someone in there now, yeah, you got Brozier and you've also got Fofana there. And listen, I rate both these players, right? I want them to. They're going to stay at Chelsea long term, no matter what happens. They're just going to be. I think they're just going to be loaned out. But are these kind of players that our club, that the manager's going to go with or trust in to get us through the whole season? I know we're all going on youngsters. So most of our team is going to be youngsters. But even though Vlahovic is 23 years old, the guy has got a lot of experience in him, even being that age. I guess you could say because he's been around for quite a long time. At Fiorentina, we all know the guy was smashing at Fiorentina. Obviously at Juventus, he was wasted at Juventus, and that's because they were not. I don't know whatever football they were playing. I don't know, but he clearly didn't have his best of seasons. And I just think he needs a change. And I think he's just the kind of player that we need at Chelsea, because I think this guy he'll make the runs. He's one of those that will get into the box, get off, he's not only quite tall for himself, but he gets fix-ons, he can head of the ball, he can all sorts of, he's got a good shot on him, he can also dodge with the ball if he needs to. So the guy's actually got everything in his plan. Let's not take another thing is a couple of seasons ago, guys, he was being compared to Haaland. 2 seasons ago, they were saying him and Haaland are 2 of the best strikers around at the moment. One's obviously continued finding his way at Manchester City. One's just lost his way at Juventus. He probably just needs to change. I think if he comes to Chelsea, I think he can do pretty well for us. I really do. But again, it's gonna take some time to see what happens on that one. Until Lukaku leaves, mate, I don't think anything's gonna happen with that.
Spots on DJ. DJ just said that right now. I agree with DJ 100%. Big up to you, the Chelsea. I hope you're doing well, my brother. Nice to have you here, and nice to see you again joining the platform. And also, we have Metal Face. Stay to the stream. Come to an end. Don't run away again. Welcome back again, our big brother, Mr. Ryan. We're about to talk about the Saliba issue, but we'll talk about that in a bit. As we have here Metal Face. DJ.
Yeah.
He's Metaface Doom is asking of Michael Jackson's natural position because he's just sick and tired of wasting talent, not playing them in their proper position or the rightful position.
Yeah.
Are you really spot on his position? In my opinion, I don't think he really fits in that number 9 role as we think he's going to be there. Where do you put Jackson?
Listen, from what I've seen of him, he can do. I mean, he can play any. From understanding, he can play any of the 3 sides. He can play right side, left side, and in the middle, right? As a main striker. I think though he's probably more effective off the right hand side when he's played in that position. So again, like I said, I know people have said already in the comments to me that Sterling can play right. Yeah, he can play right, but he can do. But I think for me, from whenever I've seen Sterling play, he's always come off the left, generally in games. Anyway, I think even at Manchester City, he used to come off the left hand side. At Chelsea, they've tried to put him there. Obviously, we got obviously now we've got Mudryk in there, but he can come off that side as well. So listen, Jackson is a bit of a because the thing with him is again he can play in all the 3 positions as I said. But I think if he does start games, there will be times when he'll come off the right and there'll be times when he might play in the middle. Because let's be honest, even though we're not playing as many competitions as people want to say, we are still playing for the Prem. We are still, whether people want to accept it or not, that we might not win the Premiership, we are still going to challenge for it. We may not win it, but we're still going to challenge for it. And you're still playing in the 2 cup competitions. So these players will get rotated. And, and obviously we're cutting down the squad. But we're bringing in the right place to come and do that. So Jackson, for me, can play any of them positions if need be. But obviously, I still think, though, for me, personally, we do need a natural number 9. And Vlahovic for me fills those boots up than any of those strikers. Like I said, Fofana still too young, and so is Brozier.
Metal Face Doom asks of the height. No, it's McCain. He asked of the height of Vlahovic. Vlahovic is 6 feet 3 inches, so that's how tall he is. He's a tall guy, very, very big guy, who can bully defenders and get those goals for us.
Yeah, isn't it? I think he's the same height as Haaland, isn't he? Haaland's about that size as well, isn't he?
Let me check it real quick.
I think Haaland is the same. I think, if I'm right in saying that.
Oh yeah, Haaland is taller than Vlahovic. Haaland is.
Oh, is he taller? Okay, 6'4" by 1, but still.
Haaland is taller, very tall guy. Haaland is 6'4", so
and we know how effective he is.
1 inch taller than Vlahovic. So that's a good height. That's a good height for a striker. Nicholas Jackson. Michael Jackson is a Grammy winner. Metal Face Doom calls him Michael Jackson. I know what he's talking about. Mr. Wright, welcome. I was going to talk about William Saliba before we go back to other topics, and then that youngster that Chelsea just signed. We'll talk about him, but before I don't want us to go and forget about this player. William Saliba transfer value doubles right now. Mr. Wright, can you take us through that? William Saliba.
Yeah, William Saliba. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I mean, we were discussing this before we went on air. It's quite an incredible statistic, isn't it? That we know he was on loan prior to last season, and then he played the full season with Chelsea. He had intermittent time, obviously, with injuries. His transfer value doubled between the beginning and the end of last season, which is remarkable for a player of his age. And I think the reason we're mentioning it now is this clear comparison with Levi Colwill's upward trajectory as well. I can see him, transfer value increasing similarly from 20 to 30 million that it is right now to 60, 70 million, and maybe even more, because he has just the sky's the limit for Levi Colwill. Sensational in the Euro under 21s, probably England's best player, in my opinion. I don't know who won the overall player of the tournament, but to concede 1 goal in 6 games, and in that final, they were up against some quality Spanish players like Gabi Viega and Sergio Gomez, players who have played in the top division in Spain and England. So Levi Colwill is is going to have I'm expecting him to have a similar impact to what Saliba had last season.
All right. I don't even know where to go from that. What do you make of that? Take yourself, William Saliba's situation right now, from how much money Arsenal paid for, and how double his money has been right now, the valuation.
I mean, listen, I think everyone was waiting for this kid to start his Arsenal career, and I think last season? I think is it last season? Correct me if I'm wrong on here, Ryan. Was it last season he got his breakthrough into the Arsenal setup? Yeah. It was, wasn't it?
It was last season. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
I think they had him out on loan.
Yes,
intentionally to get the experience, and then last season they blooded him. Yeah.
And what I think we all saw, even as a Chelsea fan, I was watching this kid when I was watching him even on loan. I thought he was something special, and you can see why Arsenal waited around for him. And he's not obviously he's not in any way disapproved of anything. He's been absolutely fantastic. He's been brilliant, and he's not let down anybody. And I can understand why, his money is going to go. And people are going to say, would he deserve, if he was to get a new contract now, or when they're negotiating on one, is he deserve that money that's coming his way? I believe he is. I think he's a class act. Let's be honest, mate. If they don't give him what he wants, Arsenal, and I think Arsenal will be careful on this, because I think they've been very good in this transfer window thus far. Arsenal, I've got to give credit where credit is due. I can't see them letting a player like this leave or go or have any issues. I think they'll get him signed up, Because let's be honest, mate, for me, he can get into a Real Madrid team. He could possibly get into a Barcelona team. He could possibly get into even any of the other bigger clubs, even a Bayern Munich. So this kid is brilliant, and I tell you what, he's worth the penny money he is, and and I think it's only going to be onwards and upwards for this kid. And it's funny, I heard Ryan mention Levi Colwill in this instance of actually making like a sleeve. I totally agree with him on that one, because that's how I see Levi Colwill in terms of that. And I think his stakes will also go up. This is why I said it earlier on in here as well. We need to get this guy signed up on an extension of his contract, and I think we will do. But back to Saliba, 100% worth every penny. And I'm sure he'll stay at Arsenal for quite some time.
Yeah, and also DJ, the Vlahovic situation, also Ben Jacob tweeted it, and we see really good also tweeted the same thing. Chelsea have had Dusan Vlahovic on their list of potential targets since January. So just like you said, so it looks like Chelsea might bring this guy in. Let's see how that pan out by the end of the season.
Yeah.
So guys, we've talked about William Saliba. We've talked about any other things. What else are we going to talk about again? We'll be right back in a second. Welcome back. As we still here, Blueclouds Media, we're discussing transfer talks. So we've talked about Christian Pulisic move away from Chelsea to AC Milan. We've talked about Juventus in talk to Chelsea on their player Romelu Lukaku. Remember, as Inter Milan also wanted Lukaku back at the football club, and Lukaku is now willing to return to Chelsea, sitting at Inter, making phone calls, and also Saudi Al Ittifaq or Al-Ittihad, one of those our team, also heavily interested in the signature of the Belgium Bulldog, which is I call him Romelu Lukaku, who cannot even finish. So yeah, another player that will be moving away. He's been very difficult. Chelsea fans want him out. Definitely want him out. So we've talked about William Saliba, and the next player to talk about is another Smith. Chelsea have signed another youngster. He is the guy we will be talking about in the second. Also, Liverpool have also sent a player out to Atletico Madrid. We'll talk about that player later after we're done talking about the new player Chelsea have signed. Now, before we get into that, Phantom of Manitoba says best natural 9 within 6 miles of Stamford Bridge is the legend of Aleksandar Mitrovic. He's a good player, but I don't think Chelsea really wants him. The signing of Mitrovic, Chelsea would guarantee my CFC loyalty ironclad for the duration of the contract. And also, big up to you, Metaface Doom. Metaface is going to be here until the stream comes to an end. He's not going anywhere. I make sure I hold him up. So it's Colwill question. The only situation surrounding Colwill right now is when he has to take a little rest, he's going to return to London, or maybe he's at London at this moment. I'm very sure, but maybe he's at home. But he has to meet with Mauricio Pochettino, and then they can strike a deal. Hey, Mauricio Pochettino say, look, your position that you played at Brighton, you played for England, is there. But there is another prospect, another player, which is Badishia, who was playing very well for Chelsea, also there. If you're really who you think you are, this is Chelsea Football Club. This is not Brighton. You're talking about one of the best teams in England, arguably the best 4 teams in England, who have won many trophies. So to prove yourself, just like all other top players, be able to prove themselves in every team that they found themselves. John Terry did not make that mark because his name is John Terry. He really nailed that position, made it his. So go to Chelsea, play well, and make sure you get the favor of the coach and say, okay, you are my starting, you're part of my starting 11. You're my favorite left center back position. You and Badishia. If you're not there, then Badishia comes in. Or if Badishia is not there, you come in. So go and fight the position with Badishia. That is what good players do. Malagosko took that challenge that he knows Reece James is so good, but he knows how good he is. He came to Chelsea to try and fight and nail that position for himself. So that's what I want Levi Colwill to do for myself. Metaface Doom said Zion has taken taking me hostage. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm holding you up here until the stream comes to an end because I want to keep you here to the end of the stream. So yes, get involved. Metal Face Doom. I'll be very happy if I can hear your voice for the first time, even if you can be on the camera. The link is right there. Everyone is watching. You got 86 people watching. If you want to get into the debates on what is going on Chelsea transfer radar, who we've signed and why Lukaku's issues, you want to get involved in the conversation, the link is right there. Come in, you can spend a few minutes, then someone else also come in. So yes, join the discussion. We were talking about I think we did talk about him already. So yeah, new signing. DJ, new signing. We're gonna talk to
Yes.
about it. New signing, new player in
Yeah.
Smith, right? That's his name, Smith.
From Everton,
Yeah, Everton.
Yeah.
How much you know of that player? I didn't know much about him until yesterday. The news broke out.
Don't know much on him. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Again, I had to look at a YouTube video to do my checks on the player. From what I've seen and looked at him, he does look a talent. But again, we know it's sort of he's one for the future. And I think again he'll be straight into that development squad, or he'll probably be loaned. It wouldn't surprise me if we loan him out to Strasbourg. If he gets loaned out to Strasbourg, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't know much on him, but he from what I've seen, he does look. He's got a good height about him now, as you can see in that as well. So yeah, he. In fact, when I actually first looked at him, I thought he reminded me of. I thought it was actually he looked a bit like Chukwuemeka a little bit. I'm thinking now, I thought he can't be. We're not be like his brother.
Just re-sign him. Oh, that's his brother.
Or his brother or something like that. But I tell you what, though, mate. As I said, look, he's one for the future, and look, we're doing so well for our players that we're signing on for the academy, and I really hope this kid can break through. From what I've seen of him, he looks good, but he's got a long way to go.
What we doing with this player coming from Arsenal that was signed last season? I forgot his name. This guy reminds me of him. He's from Arsenal. Chelsea signed him from Arsenal. Very talented. I don't know if it's a Jamaican.
Omar Hutchinson.
Omar Hutchinson. Omar Hutchinson.
Yeah, what about him?
Chelsea make of him? What's Chelsea making of this player now? Another talented player.
He's a talented player, but again, I think he's going to be getting another loan this season. I think they want to try and loan him out to who is it that was showing interest in him that wanted him last season? My understanding is he might even go there. I can't remember who the club is that are looking into him, but he wants. The thing of all is, he wants to actually learn his trade in the Premiership. So he wants to go to another Premiership club. And again, it'd be interesting to see what club will take him on loan. There were talks of Crystal Palace are looking at look of him. He could go there. And who's the other club? And I'm sure Phantom of Many Topics will like this. And also Fulham are looking at him as well. So they're the two clubs I understand that are looking at him. But there's other clubs in the first division that are looking at him as well, Mari Hutchinson, for a loan move.
Mr. Ryan, you guys have let a young player to Atletico Madrid. What's up with that player? Liverpool dealings.
Yeah, certainly. Let me just quickly comment on this guy, Sam Smith, you were just discussing.
Yeah.
I also don't know too much about this guy, but looks like you moved quickly to sign him. And I expect also, that he'll end up going on loan. But yeah, it's interesting you mentioned Omari Hutchinson because it's easy to forget that you priced him away from Arsenal. Last year, and he also was signed, with a big reputation, and we just haven't seen.
I haven't seen him with the warm up with Mauricio Pochettino. I haven't seen any clip of him there chilling out.
And apparently this kid is he's lightning fast. He's got Jamaican roots and supposed to be a huge talent. So remains to be seen what happens with him. But you got to have full faith in your recruitment. If you're signing up this kid Samuel-Smith, he obviously has a lot of quality. But yeah, moving on to Liverpool. I think, as you mentioned, Omari Hutchinson. Looks like you moved quickly to sign him. And I expect also, that he'll end up going on loan. But yeah, it's interesting you mentioned Omari Hutchinson because it's easy to forget that you priced him away from Arsenal last year. And he also was signed, with a big reputation, and we just haven't seen.
I haven't seen him in the
I actually don't know too much about this this player who's left. Is it Elijah Gift? Is that the one you were saying?
Elijah Gift on the
Yeah,
screen.
Elijah Gift. Yeah, I saw the news. Fabrizio Romano mentioned that he's left the club. He's a player that was in our academy and was progressing well, but he's clearly decided that he wants to try a new experience, and he's signed for Athletic Bilbao on a permanent. But I don't think Liverpool have disclosed publicly the fee. But we know, he's left. The medical's done, and he signed a contract until 2028. So good luck to him. If he was good enough to progress to the first team, we wouldn't have let him go.
Right.
So, wish him all the best for the future. The one that I'm keeping an eye on is Lavia. Because who's that German journalist? Is it Florian
Pettersbeck?
That's the one. Yeah, he's come out today to say that talks are progressing. Concrete talks are progressing between Liverpool and Lavia. And Lavia is exactly what we need. He's press resistant, he's energetic, and I'm not surprised to see Klopp is very, very keen to sign him, because I could see him fitting in well in our midfield alongside McAllister and the other guy we signed recently as well. I know we spoke about this on the previous stream, Nazan. Liverpool rebuilt their forward line in the last transfer window. Yeah, even before the last transfer window with Luis Diaz and then Gakpo and Nunez. And now the focus is for us this summer rebuilding our midfield. We have a very aging midfield with Henderson and Milner have now left. Thiago could be leaving, so it's a complete overhaul of our midfield. And Lavia would be the perfect cherry on the cake.
Yeah,
we can bring him in as well, and I'll be very happy.
So that's a tweet you're talking about from Florian Plattenberg. He said talks between Liverpool and Lavia are concrete and ongoing. Understand there is no agreement in terms of salary condition yet, as reported. So the price tag is within 50 million for a relegation team. I think that's too much money. What do you make Liverpool? I mean, Ryan, you as a Liverpool fan, it's not too much of a money for a relegated team.
It's too much money, but then he's a young player. How much did Maddison go for to Tottenham? Was it a similar fee?
I think within the same range, it shouldn't be above that.
So you need to factor that in. Look at Declan Rice, obviously. West Ham.
Everyone knows Declan Rice is overpriced. Declan Rice should be around 60 million. But shouldn't go anything over there.
In design, it's those transfer fees that precede this one. They're having an effect on the market. So I agree, 50 million is a lot for a player that's just been relegated. But a lot of top clubs are following Lavia. Arsenal, even Chelsea. Man City have a buyback on him, don't they? Or a first refusal, which kicks in next year. So Chelsea as well.
All right. Did you have any contribution towards this player or any other topic that we talk about?
Yeah, no, listen, if we're talking about the youngster that Liverpool have loaned out, again, I don't know much on him. Obviously, Ryan would know more about it than me. But he said he was making good progress within the Liverpool ranks. But obviously, they've said that his pathway to the first team was not happening. So they've let him go. In terms of Lavia, listen, I know a lot of clubs are looking at this guy, this kid. 50 million for me, I think, is a bit overpriced as well for someone who's just for a team that's just been relegated to the first division. I don't think he'll go for that price personally. I really don't. I think he will go for less than that. And I think if the right offer comes on the table, I think if someone was to put down, I'd say probably 35 to 40 million, 45 tops maybe. I'd say probably even 40. I think maybe then he might even go for that. But is he even worth 40 million? I don't know if he is. I mean, listen, what I've seen of him, the kid is a talent. He does look, we saw him last season for Southampton. He does look the business. let's see what happens on that one. I think he will leave in the end, but not for the 50 million as Southampton are asking for.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Sav. I have some a few comments here that I have to read. Phantom of Benny Topic said I only expect top six from Poch. However, if Pochettino loses that opening game, my Mourinho talk will be back again. I hope that doesn't happen. If we had a Strasbourg team a few years ago, we would have signed Haaland and let him gain experience there. Thank you very much, Phantom, for your comments again. DJ, don't tease me like that. Ha ha ha. Coming from Phantom in the topic. Is
the Amari Hutchinson one? The Amari Hutchinson one. Sorry, bro. That's what I was doing.
Okay. Was a deal with Van Dijk? That's a question coming from Phantom in the topic. What is the deal with Van Dijk? Liverpool. Ryan will give you an answer later on when I'm done with his comments. Latvia should have been priority too. We need both Caicedo and Lavia. Coming from Makim. Makim, thank you very much for your comments and participation in the comment section below. Thiago didn't live up to Liverpool expectation. Thiago Alcantara doesn't really fit the style of Liverpool Football Club. So another transfer gone wrong for Mr. Jurgen Klopp. Let's go back to Liverpool. Mr. Ryan, Mr. Liverpool himself again. What is going on with Virtual Van Dijk? A question coming from a Phantom on the topic. He wants to know.
I mean, in what context? Just his form over the last 2 seasons?
I don't know. He thought maybe there's a contract situation going on. Van Dijk. I haven't really heard anything on Virtual Van Dijk. What's the deal with Van Dijk at this moment? Phantom, what deal are you talking about? Have you seen anything anywhere that we don't know?
I know Van Dijk was I don't think this is what he's referring to, but I think Van Dijk was criticized. Is he like on holiday or something with Rashford and De Bruyne and Ake or something? And he was in some social media post with some rival players, and he got a bit of stick on Twitter for it. You know, fans were criticizing him. Why is he celebrating with rival teammates? But I mean, you know, that's footballers are holidaying. Yeah. You don't expect they're just going to be friendly with players from the same club. So I think that's fair enough. Yeah, there's a photo of him and Rashford and Kevin De Bruyne and Nathan Ake with Calvin Harris, the DJ, a few days ago.
So probably that's what Phantom of Minute topic is talking about.
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, come on, this can hardly criticize him for that.
So it looks like for now we've covered pretty much of everything right now, everything and also happy birthday to Jean-Luc Vialli. May his soul rest in peace. You know, today is celebrating his birthday, so happy birthday to legend, one of us.
Nizan, I did want to mention one more point very quickly. You know, it's something that we've spoken offline before, and maybe it's interesting to put it out there to the listeners, just to do with Chelsea's shirt sponsor. You know, tomorrow they're going to unveil their new home shirt.
Yeah,
but it's going to be without a sponsor because of they had initially agreed a sponsorship with a gambling firm, but then there was a fan backlash, and so they withdrew from that. So it's interesting talking point to see what Chelsea are going to do for the upcoming season because they don't have a sponsorship deal in place.
Yeah, I saw one with the Omar Airline, but I don't think that Omar Airline will be the official sponsorship for the kit itself. It's another airline probably that will be taking the players back and front from traveling and whatever they're going. But I don't think it will be on the kit. Right, DJ?
Yeah, 100%. My understanding is on with the kit. I mean, obviously, if I'm looking at, I don't know if you guys saw today, the kit. They showed pictures of it. It actually looks quite sick, I have to say, without a sponsor on it. It looks quite nice. I'm not going to lie. But there have been talks. I saw over the last couple of days that Nintendo has been mentioned as a sponsor. So I wouldn't think we're going to go the whole season without a sponsor. I just think we're going to have to obviously remarket out. Well, we'll be marketing our shirts again because I think we'll end up getting a sponsor. And I'm understanding Nintendo might be the one that could happen. We still haven't closed the deal on Alliance either. By the way, Alliance is still out there. If they can up the offer to 40 million, because I do believe it was 20 million originally. If it goes up to 40 million, that could be another one that we could look into. So, but at the moment, the kit is going to be coming out tomorrow with no sponsor on it. But I'm not going to lie, it does look nice. From what I saw of it.
Is it the one this one you're talking about, the one on the screen?
That's the Nintendo. The Nintendo. But there was a picture that came out today with the kit with no kit. It had like a gold badge on it. And it was it's really obviously the blue was lovely on it, but it just had no sponsor in it. There was some. I've got it on now. I'll what do you call it? I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. Let me get it done. And guys,
Yeah.
I was talking about. Let me change the view of what I have on the screen so you guys can see each and every player very well here. Let me see. Okay, guys. I saw this image and I also put 2 or 2 together and see. If you look at this image, Ryan, DJ, one is DJ's done. DJ's look at it. Which of these duo will you go for in the Premier League that will be sick in terms of the midfield? You parade this midfield. Which of these looking more as very difficult to break through? We have Mason Mount, we have Casemiro, and then Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United. Then we have Caicedo, Nkunku, and then also Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. We have McAllister. We have what's his name? Firmino. Is it Firmino? Firmino, yeah. And then we have this guy, Fabinho. Yeah, Fabinho from Liverpool. Then my brother over here, Shop Bollies or Schwarzenegger, whatever his name is. Yeah. Then we have Odegaard and Declan Rice and my man Kai Havertz over there. So, guys, let me know which of these midfield are you going to go together. We have A, B, C, and D from up. We have the Manchester United stands at A, B, C, and D. Which of these midfield parade would you go for? So let me know in the comment section below as we are discussing transfer talk. There's something here we can talk about. So yeah, let me know what you guys make of that. DJ Sav, did you send it? Not yet.
Not yet. Sorry, bro. Not yet. I'm just finding it, and I'll send it. I'll DM it to you.
No problem. Right? No problem. You can do it later or now whilst we're talking if you have the time. All right, Vlavid, here we go. Coming from Musto. Big up to you, Musto. It's been a while. I hope you are doing well and the family is also doing well. I know if you're here, that means that all is well. Phantom says stick Trivago. Stick to Trivago. Trivago is coming to an end. Are we losing 3? I'm not so sure what Phantom is talking about. Are we losing 3? All right. Liverpool has the most complete midfield coming from McCain. He says Liverpool have the most complete midfield. Are you talking about the diagram that I have on the screen?
Sorry, just a quick one for you, mate. I've just sent a DM to you regarding. We were talking about him earlier on in the chat about Datro Fofana. There's just some news that just broke about him about a loan move. I've just DM'd you the link to the actual thing. So I don't know if you want to share that later. I've just DM'd it to you.
Yeah, I've seen it now. I've seen it there. It's right there. If you can see, there's a message there coming from DJ. So I like really Arsenal midfield sick. Yeah, the 3 down here. That's Camusto said he likes that one. Then Mount Cas Bruno is my pick coming from Phantom. I know why you're choosing that. I know because of your stake, the shareholder that you have, the shares that you have in Manchester United. So anything Manchester United does is good for you, Bruno. So yes, sir, that's what he's talking about. So I'll share that real quick whilst we're here. DJ, which of these midfield are you gonna go for? Which of these midfield will be your best?
They are all sick.
Don't be biased. Don't be biased.
I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to lie. I think Liverpool's midfield looks sick. I've got to say with that 3 midfield, I have to say I'm not going to lie.
Oh, this guy don't have legs. This guy don't have legs.
No, but it's just I'm not going to. It does, but I'm not going to. It's a tough one. It is. I'm not being biased here, but all of them look effective. I said it on the tweet. I said it earlier on in the comment section. I just think a double pivot of Caicedo and Enzo is going to be sick next season for Chelsea. That's just my honest thought on that. What people want to say that in the comment section, I don't know. But I think that midfield of those two, You got Nkunku there. It'd be interesting to see if he plays there. I think he probably will be the one that goes there. I can tell you what. I'd even probably put even Santos in that midfield. Okay, and I'll still be a sick midfield with Caicedo, Enzo, and Santos. But they're all good. I mean, you've got Declan Rice. You've got obviously Kai Havertz. And what's the other Arsenal midfielder you got there? Kai Havertz.
Odegaard.
That's enough. Listen, they're all good, mate. Even Mount. It's hard to really say. Mount, Casemiro, Bruno. I mean, all those midfield quartet look brilliant. I have to say. But I've noticed, the Blue Lounge. Mo's just said it. Where's Manchester City's midfield?
We didn't put it in there.
You didn't put it in there. That could be the sickest out of all of them.
Yeah.
All of them, bro.
City midfield. It looks like it's not setting right now. You can tell because you have Gundogan leaving, and we have Silva also leaving. It's going to be De Bruyne and who really is in the midfield there to try and talk about. They're trying to bring some new. We have Kovacic in there at this moment. Kovacic and who are we going to add to the list? So it's not really setting with Manchester City right now. Mo will say, "Where's City? Man City." Phantom said that the three is center of Chelsea. Okay, all right, three we know. I don't think they have any deal with three anymore. Liverpool is my pick. Liverpool lineup and the midfield they have here. I haven't seen much from this guy over here, and Ryan knows his name very well. I can say it if it's Schwarzenegger or whatever his name is. McAllister, I've seen a lot of him. This guy, he's good, but he's losing his leg. Maybe the new players that comes in will give him that legs back. So with Liverpool, I know what to expect from McAllister. I know what to expect from Fabinho, but not this guy here. I don't know much from him. I haven't seen even clips on him. So, Mr. Ryan.
Yes, sir.
What's your take here? This
it's a tricky
lineup,
one.
A, B, C, and D. Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
You know what? Maybe a little bit controversial, but the Man United midfield three is class. You know, if you're adding Mason Mount to Casemiro and Fernandes, in terms of just pure ability, you're judging it on ability. Mm-hmm. I think those three, it's hard to get a better midfield three than those top three.
You're talking about experience. Experience is right there. Creativity.
Mason Mount, goals and assists. Bruno Fernandes, creativity.
Legs.
I mean, that's a classy midfield three. Chelsea's is also, quality as well. But, we don't know how Enzo and Caicedo and then Nkunku, those are two new players in that midfield three. Are they going to gel together? Are they going to harmonize?
Yeah,
Liverpool, the weak link is Fabinho. I think his legs are gone. So, I mean, we've got Szoboszlai and McAllister there. But,
yeah, that's the name. Szoboszlai,
yeah.
Not Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, what's his first name? What's the first name again?
What's his
Is it Dominic Szoboszlai?
Yeah, Dominic. Yeah, the first name is very easy, so I'll go with the Dominic. I'll write it down so I don't forget. Yeah, imagine being a commentator and this guy scores goals.
Oh God,
Szoboszlai.
Yeah, Szoboszlai to shoot and he scores. Szoboszlai.
What a goal from Szoboszlai.
Can you imagine that commentary now, isn't it? But he's a good player, though. I have to say, he's a sick player, though. I'm not going to lie. Liverpool have got a good midfielder there. I'm not going to lie.
So to me, when I'm looking at this midfield, I haven't seen Caicedo deal yet, but it looks like it's imminent. It will happen. I'm judging. I'm going for Arsenal midfield. That's what I'm going for. We have Declan Rice in there. We got creativity from Odegaard. We have silky play, silky 10 from my player. He's always going to be my player in many people's eyes. I know they don't like him, but I like what's his name? Shai Havertz. I love him. He's 10.
Yeah, and I think Nazan, important to mention here as well, Lavia. He will be playing for one of these clubs next season, I think.
Yeah.
So he will be in this picture.
Lavia, probably he will replace this guy over there. This guy.
Maybe, maybe.
So if we have an in, then the conversation will be a bit different. We can go for that. But for me, I'm picking here, this squad here, number one here, I've seen them as my one here. Then I go to Manchester United 2, then Chelsea 3 before I come to Liverpool. That's my take. 1, 2, 3, and then Liverpool 4. So that's my take over here.
But I mean, Nizan, Man City are the benchmark, right? Like Blue Lounge was saying. I know they play 3-2-4-1 with the inverted fullback, but even with Gundogan going, they've still got John Stones, they've got Rodri. Their midfield is the benchmark.
But that experience that Manchester City did with John Stones, if they go ahead and do it next season, it might flop. I don't think that experiment they're going to do it again.
I don't know. I mean, it worked pretty well for them last season. And, Kovacic, De Bruyne, they can all play in... Kovacic, John Stones, they can play alongside Rodri in that midfield too. And then you add to that Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, they probably will bring in another midfielder as well. I wouldn't be surprised. They're being linked to Gabi Viega as well.
Yeah, if you have to add those names to this list that we have on the screen right now, we can have a Kovacic, we have Rodri, then we have John Stones. It doesn't make it better than Casemiro or maybe a Chelsea.
No, I mean, Rodri is the best player out of anyone.
Rodri alone weighs the best in terms of John Stones. You have John Stones over there. I don't rate John Stones.
No, but I mean, Kovacic and Rodri plus one other is better than any of the three on that list.
Okay, yes.
In my opinion,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? But
yeah,
I still think
KDB right there. KDB.
KDB. I still think that Real Madrid may end up selling one of Tchouaméni or Valverde. Now, if Man City show interest in any of them two players, Valverde or Tchouaméni, their midfield is going to be, well, let's just say their midfield is going to be excellent because any of those two coming in, and I do believe Real Madrid may sell one of them. So that's going to be an interesting one. So let's not we're talking about what players could be coming in. One of those two could come as well to add to this midfield. So let's see what that would be.
It's a good point, Nizan. I think you can't have a fair comparison of this without Man City. They're the champions.
So yeah, guys, let me know if you're watching us. If you're just joining us, do not forget to put a like on the video and let me know of your number 1 to 4 in terms of this midfield pair we have. We have Arsenal midfield, Liverpool midfield, Chelsea midfield, and then the most experience and legs and creativity coming from Manchester United. So let me know what you guys make of this midfield. Phantom of Minute Toby said Vegas adds predict Phantom will regret to old Trafford by Christmas. KDB coming from Mr. Mo and also Makeem said Enzo is the weak link in that midfield. Enzo Fernandez is a mixed link in that midfield. I put that Chelsea midfield as 3. So I hope I've done myself justice with that. Poch gets second year for finishing 6. Okay, I'm gonna push DJ South to the wire. DJ,
yes, bro.
We cannot do worse than we did last season.
100% no.
If Chelsea fall behind the top 4 line, would you see Pochettino's work as a failure, or would you give him? I know you're gonna give him a chance, but would you see his work as a failure?
No, I won't, because as you just said, I mean, we finished. Let's be honest here, guys. Right? Yeah, Chelsea finished in a position that we're not used to finishing in. Right? Okay, it was a bad season overall last season. We all know this. Okay, even non-Chelsea fans and rivals would know this. This was not Chelsea last season. Just as Liverpool fans would say, it wasn't Liverpool last season. Right? I don't think we're going to be as bad as we were last year, and I don't think Liverpool are going to be as bad as they were last year. Right? I think we're going to come back up. We may not finish top 4. I still think we can finish in the top 4 personally, if we get the right players in, the players go. But for me, if we finish 5th or 6th, if we even finish in a European spot, so be it being the Europa Cup. I mean, I don't think a year in the Europa Cup for those players and Poch is going to be a bad thing, especially with the squad that we've got now. It's a young squad. It'll give them good experience in Europe. And then if we do well in that tournament, Chelsea in Europe, generally when we play in the Europa Cup, or if you want to call it, we tend to always win it, as we proved it in 2013 recently. So for me, look, I don't see why we can't go and win it if we were to get into that. And it'll be a good platform for Chelsea to go into the Champions League the following season. But I'm still not ruling us out to finish top 4 because this team, if we get the right players in, we're more than capable of challenging at least for a top 4 space. But we're not going to win the Prem, but at least challenge for the top 4 at least.
All right. I'm just trying to zoom into this.
Yeah, that's the kit.
Well.
So nice, isn't it? Without the.
That's the kit DJ is talking about. So, guys, look at it very carefully. Very closely. This is what
that looks nice.
It does.
I don't like the white, the way they've done with the white underneath there. It looks like back in the days, Frank Leboeuf when he was playing for Chelsea, the jersey that they wear, one of those old jerseys. And look at it. Look at the colors and the. What do you think, DJ? Like this?
I like it. I don't mind it. I think it's actually quite nice. I mean, this is to be honest, without a sponsor on it. I mean, it actually looks pretty nice with that sponsor on it. But like I said, I can't see us going the whole season with no sponsors on our shirt. So obviously it's got to come out tomorrow because obviously the kit's being launched tomorrow. So yeah, I think for what I've seen of it right now, I think it actually looks quite nice. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely going to get one, as I always do every year anyway.
I just hope that it doesn't have that white underneath the underarms. That's what I'm only holding for. Maybe it will be a different white somewhere, stripe. But the underarms, man, that's my only problem. Besides that, I love the kit. It's nice. The gold, the way they've done the gold with the Nike. Yeah, and then the crest gold. It reminds me of when we have what's his name? Marco Marin. And when Marco Marin was here, we have a jersey one more time. I think the one that we wear to the Champions League looks like a golden looking with the numbers written in the gold color. It reminds me a little bit, and when that year when we won the Champions League, I don't know, but it looks nice. But my only thing is just that white color underneath the underarms. That's my only issue with that. But besides that, it's nice. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. We have really tackled everything, DJ. We've tackled everything. We'll talk about positions, Premier League positions next time we do a streaming, and we still got some more players coming in. So yeah, well, guys, thank you very much for everyone that has been here. Big up to Mo, big up to Phantom of Minute Topic, Makeem, Blue Lounge. Most grateful for that, man, and also most grateful to all these people that I've known in terms of content creators. I don't like the word YouTuber. I don't like the word. I don't like when they call them YouTubers. They are content creators. So yeah, Chelsea perspective. Also, big up to you wherever you are. Hope you're doing very well. Then Phantom Makeem and also Metal Face Doom. I123 love you as usual. Steven Abdichills as usual. Then we have our brother DJ Sab. Andrew Phillips, big up to you. Chad, most nice also to see you here. Guna was gone. I think he's gone. So yeah, Guna, hope you're doing very well. I want to thank my co-host, which is DJ Sab, who came on to have a wonderful discussion with me, and also my big brother, Mr. Ryan, great Liverpool fan, and then Mr. Chelsea, DJ Sab. Thank you guys all for being here. What an F! The camera waited until I was done, then it went off by itself. Idiot camera. Okay.
Thanks for having me on, Lee.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. So now let me switch my camera before I bring the stream to an end. Come on, camera. All right. I'll view myself from a different angle. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys in another stream coming up soon. I'll try to make it more consistent for you guys as you request the Phantom of Minute Topic. Call your brother Kim So. This is 3 streams in a row and I haven't seen him. So message him and tell him to jump on. Ryan, you guys have anything to say before this bring your stream to an end? Ryan and Mr. DJ.
Nah, not for me. And just as always, thank you for having me on. Everybody in the chat, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. This guy goes out of his way to bring the content to you guys as he always does. So please subscribe and smash the like and get his channel growing in the community. as of the others in the in the stream as well, Blue Lounge as well. And I think did you also see? Did you say what's his name was in there as well?
Perspective.
Chelsea Perspective. Big up to those two who obviously provide good content as well. So smash and subscribe to those channels. And thanks for having us on. And peace, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the day. I will see you guys again. Mr. Ryan, over to you.
Yeah, man. I think, yeah, great stream. And thank you very much for all the hard work and effort you put in. And looking forward to this preseason tour in the US.
Come on. They'll say, vamos along. Guys, I always say, don't do what I wouldn't do. Leo Desperandons and hang on to hope. We'll see you again in the next stream. Bye-bye for now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.